Hello, everyone. How are you all today? Welcome to another episode of our live stream. Today we are going to be doing something more awesome as usual. But before I go ahead, let me just start by introducing myself. So I'm Tobiloba. I'm a front-end engineer, a developer advocate at Million JS, and yeah, I love creating cool front-end stuff and doing front-end stuff basically. So happy to be here today, and I
Yeah.
have Ali here with me. So I got it right this time.
Mhm.
Ali's on the side of my screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the name of Allah. So hello everyone. I hope everyone is doing great. So we are doing another live stream. As Toby explained himself, so I also need to explain myself. So my name is Ali, and it's been 2 years that I'm coding, and I'm a like just like Toby, I'm a front end developer, and I really like to make a fancy and beautiful website. So about the live stream, like so I will give the mic to Toby to explain about the live stream and what technology we are going to explain. Toby?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much, Ali, for that. So for today, we're going to be talking about TypeScript, and basically, we're just going to be introducing TypeScript to you. We're going to answer questions like what TypeScript is, how to install TypeScript, how to set it up, and basically the entire charade of idea around what TypeScript does and everything. So yeah, we demo to YouTube. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire scope of today's
Okay.
live stream. Nothing too serious and nothing too boring. Yeah,
Yeah.
TypeScript is like exciting by the way. So I'm super excited to get into this and explaining to other people today. Yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah,
Okay,
Ali.
that's good, Toby. Okay, so we have divided this live stream in two sections. So first section, we are going to answer three questions and give this short information, like short answer. And then when we are done with the first section, we are going to do the next section, which we are going to be using our code editor to do some coding, like to teach you how to run TypeScript code and how to compile it and how it works. So the first section, like the first question that I'm going to answer is what is TypeScript? What is TypeScript like? We have JavaScript, so why we need TypeScript beside of it? So TypeScript is is a free and open source typed programming language that is built on top of JavaScript. Like TypeScript is not outside. Like we cannot say that TypeScript is something else and JavaScript is something else. But TypeScript, as I said, TypeScript is built on top of JavaScript that will give you some features, great features that will make your work easy. Like when you're working in a massive project, TypeScript will help you a lot. And throughout the live stream, like later, we are going to teach you we are going to teach you more about TypeScript. So that was very short answer for the first question. So the second question that Toby is going to answer it is going to be what is the difference between TypeScript and JavaScript, Toby?
Yeah, totally. Thank you very much for that good answer. So the difference between TypeScript and JavaScript, um, I think it's the type in it because there isn't really anything else. Because
Yeah.
TypeScript has strict typings. So it's like if you think about Java
Yeah.
and Python. Java, for example, is a strictly typed language, by the way. So Java doesn't really give you the independence to do whatever you like. In JavaScript, you can do whatever you like. In Python, you can do whatever you like. There is no strict behavior telling you, okay, this guy must be of this type. You can't return something of another type from this. And by type, I mean things like Boolean, strings, um, um, integers, what other type do we have that is common, undefined maybe or no. So yeah, these are types. And what TypeScript does is basically
Mhm.
take JavaScript and then add type into it. So TypeScript is basically like the
Mhm.
Java kind of TypeScript, Java kind of JavaScript, right? Rather, because TypeScript is still just
Mhm.
JavaScript, but with typing, strict typing.
That's correct. Hmm. So
So
that's a great answer, Toby. Like, okay, go ahead.
yeah, so I said as per differences, there isn't much differences other than the typings. I don't see any more differences because in the end, when you run TypeScript still eventually compiles back, or is it transpiles? It transpiles back to JavaScript in the end. So It's pretty much still the same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's same thing. Like as I said at the beginning, like we cannot say TypeScript is something else and JavaScript is something else. But indeed, TypeScript is built on top of JavaScript. Like we can say, like if there was no TypeScript, we still can use JavaScript. But if there was no JavaScript, then we cannot use TypeScript because TypeScript depends on JavaScript. So great
Yeah, I agree with
answer.
that.
Yeah. So I want to add something to your point, Toby. Like I want to give
Mhm.
one difference between the TypeScript and JavaScript, and
Mhm.
it's very small, not a big difference. Like in when you're using JavaScript, like you're not going to see the errors in your code editors. So you must go to the browser to
Yeah.
see what the error is. But when you're using TypeScript, you're immediately going to see that in your code editor and you can fix that without wasting your time going to browser and see what the error is. So that's one difference between the TypeScript and JavaScript. So that was the second answer of the question that Toby answered it very well. And the last question is going to be about programming language. Like, is it a new programming language that everyone that the person should learn it? So no, like it's not a new programming language. Like it is a typed programming language. Not it's not a new programming language. So it is built on top of JavaScript. It is we can say like it's something like a framework, but it's not a framework. Like it's going to make our work very easy, and it's going to give us some features, and
Mhm.
also as I said, one difference like it's going to and give you like show you the errors inside your code editors. No, there's no need to go to the
Mhm.
browser to see it, and yeah, it's not a new programming language. If you know JavaScript, you also can like go and learn TypeScript as well. Like
Use
beside
TypeScript.
like while you're
Yeah.
learning JavaScript, you can also go and learn TypeScript beside of it. But you have like there's no need to be good at JavaScript so that you can work with TypeScript. While you're learning JavaScript, you can also go and learn TypeScript beside of it as well. And that was the answer of the third question. So right now, the first section of our live stream is done. So right now we can go and do the next section, which we are going to start coding it, and we are going to show you how to work with TypeScript, how to install it, and how to work with it. So Toby, from now, take it from now on.
Awesome. Awesome. Super excited. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Right now it's loading for me. Oh yeah, I can see it right now.
Just so now to run TypeScript. So or should we start by like showing the browser and everything first? How do we start?
Yeah, sure, we can do that. Yeah, we can do
Let me
that.
go live. Okay, let me go live. So going live now. I'm open my terminal. So we can go to sources. We want to run JavaScript here. So we can write JavaScript code here.
Mhm.
Awesome. Then I click enter. Yeah, it runs at the bottom here of our console there. So we're going to start by like showing you a couple of types in JavaScript, in like native JavaScript, before we actually even go into the part where we show you how to install TypeScript and everything. So I can handle the parts where we talk about JavaScript and all, and then I and Ali can go over installing TypeScript and setting it up in your project. Is that cool, Ali?
Mhm. Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. So yeah, let me just do type of. There's this type of function in JavaScript that we have that we can use to actually get types of things, of objects, of data types, yeah, that we can use to actually determine data types in JavaScript. So type of is a very good function that we use for that. So for example, I'm going to do type of this. type of 15 as a string. So I'm going to console or log this. Console or log this. Then I'm going to come here console or log type of 15 as a number. Sorry, this as a number. Then I'm going to
Yep.
console or log type of what else? Type of true. I'm going to console or log. So
Yeah,
I'm basically
Boolean.
going to show
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I'm basically going to show you all the types in JavaScript. Console or log, null, maybe
Yeah.
console or log, undefined.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, type of. Sorry, yeah, type of null, console or log, type of. Okay, we've been doing this for so long. I think I've captured all the data types, right? Have I?
Yeah.
String,
You can
boolean. No.
continue. Yeah.
I think that's
Undefined.
all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anyone I'm missing? I feel like there's one I'm missing.
Object.
Yeah, but objects are like data structures, though. These are data structures. You can add them, but they're not really data types. But the data types are like basic native things to your language. But
Mm-hmm.
we can just type of an object still too. Or maybe your object can do is instance of something. Object or is instance something. We can do arrays too,
Mm-hmm.
but they are not really data types. They're like data structures instead. So you can do
I
type
see.
of
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So but for this you can just separate them out like this. So let's run the code and see what we actually get in our console. If I press this to run this code and I open this guy up, sorry, the console is not want to open up. So you can see we start with type of I can detach this, uh maybe make it full screen. So you can see we start with type of 15, and type of 15 is a string here. Type of as a string,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
15 with quotes, we see it as a string. Type of 15 as a number, we see it as number. Type of 15, type of true, we see it as a boolean. Type of null is an object in JavaScript. So JavaScript has this thing where it basically tags a lot of things as object. When it doesn't really know what they are, it
Yeah.
just gives them objects automatically. JavaScript is that weird. So type of undefined. Undefined is a legit data type in JavaScript. So undefined. So type of number we see type of an object in JavaScript with the curly braces we see as an object. Type of an array with square bracket we see as an object. So these are data types we have: string, number, boolean, and undefined. So those are some major data types we have in JavaScript. And what TypeScript
Mm-hmm.
basically does is to amplify
Yeah.
all these guys and give and make them very well known so that you can't just declare a variable anyhow you like in JavaScript and just say, okay, I'm declaring this variable and I can make this variable have anything that I want it to have. No, in TypeScript you have to specify what that variable is holding, with the type of the type of the value that that variable is holding. Is this
Mm-hmm.
variable going
Yeah.
to be holding an array of objects? Is this variable going to be holding a string? This variable is a number. You have to do that in TypeScript. But these, what we did right here is just to show you some native types in JavaScript, because TypeScript is basically still just JavaScript. So
Mm-hmm.
you can go over to the TypeScript
Yeah.
part of the action. Ali, yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Toby explained like how many types we have in JavaScript. Like we have a string, number, boolean, and also we have also functions and array, object, null, and undefined. So right now, like how we can install TypeScript and start using it. So we can go to the code like VS Code or your code editors. So right now, let's create two files. One is for app.js, like JavaScript. I'm creating this one.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Oh, you also did
Please.
one. Okay. And also, I'm going to another file
Yeah.
for especially for TS. Okay, I'm creating. So okay, right now we have three files inside this folder. One is especially for JavaScript, one for Typescript, and one for index.html. So right now, as to be explained, let me write all the types here. Okay, so we have a string, we have number, we have boolean, and we have object. And also, like when you want to find the type of array, object, null in JavaScript is going to give you just object. But in Java, in when you want to use TypeScript, then it's going to be specific. We also have array, we also have null, and we also have undefined. Undefined. Okay, so these are the types that we are going to use when working with TypeScript. So right now, we don't really need JavaScript. All we need to do is with working with this file, which is app.ts. So before writing any code, we need to install TypeScript globally. Like all you need to do is go to your terminal and say install npm install -g. It means like it's going to install globally and say TypeScript. So I'm not going to install it. I'm sure Toby have installed it before. So, but if you are not, but if you didn't install the TypeScript, you can run this command like npm install -g TypeScript and hit enter. So it will take a few moments for the
No, we
TypeScript
can
to be
still try
downloaded.
to install it. Can still try to install it too.
Oh, really? Don't have it?
Yeah, if we try to, no, if we try to and I don't and I already have it to show us that I already have it. So,
Okay,
but we
so
can still
let's
just
say
run the command. Yeah.
TypeScript. So hit enter. Let's wait. Okay, it's downloading. Oh,
Oh, permission denied. Linux. I have to sudo it.
oh, sudo. No, I'm not a
Yeah,
Linux
well,
user, so I don't know how to work with it.
yeah. Sorry for folks using Windows out there. I use Linux, so if I'm running, if I'm installing something globally, I have to use sudo to actually make the command run. Sudo something something.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I already have
Okay,
it. Had
so
it before, I think. I just upgraded. I just
okay,
upgraded.
just update it. Okay, so right now we
Yeah.
installed the TypeScript. So right now all we need to do is go to app.tss and write some code. Like we can say const username. It is so similar to JavaScript, but we will tell you the difference between that. Let's say the username is John. You see, it's a JavaScript code. So you might ask, like, what's the difference using, like, what's the point of using TypeScript? So the point of
Mm-hmm.
using TypeScript is we can give this variable, which is username, a type. And let's not use const, let's say let, and let's give this variable a type, which is a string. Why is giving error?
Mm-hmm.
Is it giving error
No,
for you
there's
as
no
well?
error.
There's no, okay.
No, there's no error.
Okay, right now I give this variable like username is string. So right now it is string John. But if I want to change this variable to name, like I'm going to say here and say I'm going to update it and say something like 30, like give it a number. So if we wait, like
Mm. You can see
okay,
my screen. My screen is saying type number is not assignable to type string. I have
okay, so you see,
error
okay,
lens. Yeah.
okay, that so this is the error that we are going to get in TypeScript, and it is saying like
Mm-hmm.
I give the variable type like the variable which is username the type of a string. So when I want to update it to number, it's going to give me an error and say type number is not assignable to type string. So I have to use a value that is a string. But if right now if I
Mm-hmm.
use a string, let's say Toby,
Mm.
you see the error is gone, so it is
Mm-hmm.
acceptable.
Yeah, exactly.
But and also let's console.log this one and say username. So right now, there's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have to like it is built in a way that we have to compile TypeScript code to a JavaScript so that the browser can read it. Right now, if we
Yeah.
like all the browser cannot like are not able to read TypeScript code. They're only able to read JavaScript code. So right now we have to take this code and output it in this file, which is app.jsx. So
Mm-hmm.
right now, how to compile it? Like the question is how to compile it. So
Mm-hmm.
compiling the TypeScript code to JavaScript, all you need to do is go to the terminal and say like run tsc,
Yes.
which represented like TypeScript compiler, and give the like write the name of the file, which is app.ts, and compile it to app.js. Hit enter. So we have to wait.
Compiling, compiling. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
app.js is a
So
JavaScript
right now,
file. You don't need to enable the JS option.
I was also getting this issue, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's why yeah. But I don't know. But it's working fine right now. Like it is compiled to JavaScript. We are seeing where username is John and console.log username. So it's working fine.
Mm. I think we can create a lock a package or JSON or something to configure a TS config or something somewhere so that we can configure our TypeScript. Maybe that's something secondary though. But if you can check online, you
Yeah,
can see
like
with this error, for
mm,
example, if I start
but
to
for
upload it
yeah, but for making config like we can do it over next live
in a
stream.
different live
So
stream.
right now we
Yeah,
are
exactly.
yeah different live stream. Right now we are taking it easy and give you
Mm-hmm.
a very brief information about TypeScript. Okay, so that's all.
Yeah, sure. Go
Like
ahead. Go
how
ahead.
to compile
Mm-hmm.
it and what's the point of using it, and also let me give you another example. And let's say let age to be 30. But I'm going to give this type a number. So it is number. But if I want to update the value to a string or a boolean, like true, it's going to give me an error. And it is saying like
Number
number
one.
only refers to a type, but it is okay. Let
Oh,
me.
oh yeah. It's supposed to change age. It's supposed to change age instead of number.
Oh, sorry, age.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So right now number only. Okay. So
Type
the
boolean.
type boolean is not assignable to type number. So that's
Exactly.
like if you want to use like boolean and number at the same time, so you can say like it's the type of this variable either going to be number or
Mm-hmm.
boolean. Like it's
Exactly.
going to be either one of them. So when we like the error is
Yeah,
gone,
exactly.
we can use the value of age to be boolean or number. I
Exactly.
think
Exactly.
yeah, that's also me. Like if you have anything to
Yeah.
say about TypeScript or about the coding, go ahead.
Yeah, I think I have a lot to say about TypeScript actually because I've been using TypeScript a lot in my next JS front end
Mm-hmm.
app that we use at work, and it's one of the things that makes life convenient for me because anything about React, we have props in React, right? And what is props? Props is basically an object that contains key value pairs inside of data. So it makes it so convenient that I can declare my components and I can write the props type or interface for that props. Very convenient. Like let me show you
Mm-hmm.
something real quick. For example, if I wanted to declare
Yeah.
an object called boy, I say like const boy, boy as a variable, yeah. Boy
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
equals, so what does the boy have? The boy has a head, a name, sorry, a name. Maybe his name is Peter. The boy has an age. An age is a number, maybe 25, 35. The boy has a football club, maybe. Yeah, maybe not all boys, but like football club, just like standard stuff. And football club, maybe it's football clubs like Real Madrid, maybe.
Yeah. And also
Then
say
uh,
is dead to be false
he's dead. Yeah, okay, so of course, yeah, he's dead
because he's
to be
still
false.
alive. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. So now look, I can declare a boy type for here. So for example, I can declare a type of boy. So type is like native stuff that we can use to write like the type structure for an object, for example. So I can say type boy type. And there's always this convention of
Yeah.
using Pascal case for type. So I can do boy type here. And boy type, I'm basically going to create an object that has the type of boy. So and this boy type will contain the name as a string,
Yeah.
age as a number,
Mm-hmm.
age as a number, football club as a string.
As a string.
Yeah. It's probably unnecessary for like the first episode, but I'm just trying to show you how cool TypeScript is. It's that as a boolean.
Yeah.
Now watch what happens. Now implement this type here now. We're going to say this place boy type, implementing boy type. Now watch what happens if I change this guy. Maybe I change for age now to be a string. Watch what happens. Now it throws an error
Yeah.
for me here, telling me that age, the type
Yeah.
number is not assignable to type string. Very
That's
interesting to use. Yeah,
that's the
it is.
benefit, like the benefit of using TypeScript, bro.
Yeah, exactly. See, I just declared the type up here, and I applied the type to this object here. It's like me implementing a type like OOP stuff. You know, like object-oriented programming is like you applying an interface onto like something. Let me not go too let me not go in depth into that. But it's like you like casting a template onto an object. Like I'm declaring the template of what I want my object to be like here with its types and everything. Then I'm coming down here to tell these objects that I want you to follow what that guy has declared at the top. And if you don't follow it, you are obviously not
Yeah.
in this family. You are not of this family. So that's how cool
Yeah.
this is. Exactly. So if I change it back to number, it stops crying and everybody's fine again and the world is a better place again. Very easy.
Number.
Yeah, exactly.
Good example, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. I really like TypeScript a lot. I fell in love with it.
So do I.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much it for me, I guess. Anything
Yeah.
else? I feel like there's a lot more to
So
explore with TypeScript because
yeah.
you showed this all thing here. There's actually a technical name for it. We should probably be like referencing the docs more as we go further into this live stream so that we can be showing people from the docs how the things that
Yeah.
TypeScript are because TypeScript has a lot of like um terminologies that it uses to actually identify certain things. You as we go further, we'll be using more of these terminologies and you get to know them. There's type, for example. I could have used an interface here too. I'll just apply the interface as I apply the type, but type is also another way of like enforcing a type on an
Mhm.
object or maybe a string or something. So yeah, as we go further, I'm sure you would learn more of these things and you get to fall in love with them
Exactly.
as we
Hmm.
have to. Hmm.
Exactly. You're right, Toby. So as you said, like there are lots of things to say for about TypeScript. So I think that's enough for our first live stream about TypeScript. So we are four more to go that we are going to give you full information about TypeScript. So for today's live stream, we just answered three questions, like to give you brief information about TypeScript, like what is it, what's the difference between it, the TypeScript and JavaScript, is it a new programming language, and also we teach you how to install the package globally. And as Toby was using Linux, we also learned we have to use sudo for installing packages. And also we teach you how to compile TypeScript code into
Hmm.
JavaScript code.
Hmm.
And also like to teach you about types, like how to give a variable type, and if we want to update the variables something to number or boolean, then you are going to get an error. And so that's the benefit of using TypeScript when you're working in a
Yeah,
massive project and everyone is
yeah,
collaborating. and maybe someone is using number, but you wanted this variable to be string. So
Mm-hmm.
that that time TypeScript will help you and will save you. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that's
would.
all.
Trust me.
Yeah,
Yeah, trust me, it
yeah,
would.
it
It
will.
would definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's all from me too. I don't have anything else to
Hmm.
say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else? Do you have anything else to say?
I think that's all. Nothing.
Yeah, perfect. So this was an amazing episode. We got to explore TypeScript, and I really enjoyed this so much, so very much. I really enjoyed this. Um, yeah, thank you very much for you guys out there for like checking out this episode, and I really look forward to hearing your feedback, questions, and comments, and just to see what you think of TypeScript in general, and uh, if you also would fall in love with TypeScript as we have. Um, yeah, so that's me signing out. I don't think I have anything else to say, unless you do, Ali.
Okay, so bye everyone. Hope to see you again and take care. Happy weekends.
Have a wonderful weekend, yo.